nice to practice.
Okay, good evening.
Good evening.
I see new faces here, right?
Yes.
People from the first time. Actually, some of you might see me for the first time. Okay, so who's here for the first time today?
Me, I'm the first time.
You're the first time. Your name?
Zid.
Zaid. And you?
Hello.
Luay.
Mazen.
Mazen, also for the first time.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
The first time.
Okay, and everyone else, I think they have their badges. We have Khalid, Shayma, and Muhannad. Okay. Hmm? Yeah, so the badge helps us. So, today I was thinking that we can speak about a topic a little bit, then we do something interesting about it, okay? So, the topic I had in my head, I don't know if you would like it or not, but it would be amazing, I think, for us. It's heroes. What or who is a hero for you? Okay? It can be a person that you know, that you closely know, like a parent maybe, or a partner, or a brother, sister, or a friend. Or it can be someone you read about, heard about, someone who's famous, you think that he's a hero or she is. So it can be anyone actually. So who has any heroes here? Who can tell us about heroes?
There's someone.
Mm-hmm.
It's it's fact. It's someone who did things
Mm-hmm.
without name. Maybe he is someone search about the truth.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
So you mean in general?
In general, yeah.
Uh-huh.
It's like unknown someone like this. This is my hero.
Mm-hmm. So a hero for you is the person who does anything not to be famous, but to do something which is right.
Yeah, and searching about the truth. Maybe about the religion, about the big values.
Uh-huh.
We believe it before,
Uh-huh.
but these values now, it's, so he explained this.
Uh-huh.
There's nobody. There's many people like this. I know it on YouTube, or, So every person like this is my hero.
Uh-huh. That's great. That's a really great example. Okay. Anyone else? Ah.
Actually, I don't take someone as a model rule or hero in my life. Just I take some characteristics,
Mhm.
okay, in his personality or his direction that I like it. That's it. Not someone totally or in general to like someone with all of his personality or his traits.
Mhm. That's also interesting point of view. Okay.
There's something called hero, like something called role model. I
Uh-huh.
think that hero is something very big and it's very ideal. And we all are humans and we are all not ideal.
Mhm.
So I don't believe in heroes. I believe in some role models in our lives. For example, my mom, I don't like many of her traits, but I like one of her traits, and I sometimes anxious to be like her in time management. She has a very good time management, and she was working outside home and she was working inside home. So she's role model for me in time management. Another example, I have one of my leaders or managers. She was female and she was very excellent in managing things, and she could manage too many people, and she could manage the work also in a very good manner.
Oh.
Also, and maybe I will remember many of them during our conversation, but really, as he said, it's not he is the all of his traits. Maybe I like one of his traits. Maybe he is not good in any another thing, but I like this trait, so I like to be like him.
That's great. That's really interesting about not counting people as heroes but as role models. Yeah. Okay. You wanted to share something?
Yes, to me I have a hero in my life, but also as my friend said, because of his some characteristics, like Hitler, not because he is a
Is he?
not because he is aggressive or bold man,
Um,
but because he had a big dream in his mind, and he did all things he can, as much as he can, to reach the goal of his life, and finally he reached, and he achieved maybe many things he wanted to do. Not because he is aggressive, he killed many people, he was the main cause in war or other things, but he is a strong man. He has a dream and he has ability to achieve this. This is my hero in this corner, in this
Ah.
behavior.
in the corner of chasing your dreams only
Yes,
and doing
yes.
whatever you can to get them.
All the time follow your dream till you achieve it.
I think Nelson Mandela would be a better example next time. Because it's more peaceful way of doing the same thing. Because when you said that, everyone was like, "What?" But it's interesting that you choose a person and you choose to look at certain things that you like.
Angle or at a
Yeah.
positive side of his personality.
Yeah.
And you can take a benefit from this side and use it in your life. And use these ideas of this hero in your life. But not to take all of his ideas. Okay? Just positive ideas or positive thoughts to achieve your goal. To make your life better.
So if we do a combination like between what you said and what Shaima said here, it would be, as what I understood, it would be a hero is a role model which you choose to see only the good things about them, then that's a hero. If you see the negative sides, that's only a role model, like a role model for you. But if it's like in general for the people, it's a role model who you see only the positive side of. It could be your hero in that certain way or in the thing that they're doing.
Sometimes you can find a person who is a real hero. Like maybe as a Muslims, we can say Prophet Muhammad is a hero. Thoughts and behaviors, all of things we agree with this behavior and with this actions, and we can consider him as a hero for us. We can follow him in all thoughts and actions he did.
Yeah, that's right.
Maybe as a Muslim.
Yeah. Okay. So, how about you? You introduce yourself to everyone.
Muhammad Al-Fuqaha, an English teacher, Minister of Education, public school. I've been teaching for 14 years.
Oh.
I just listen to what you have said. That I think that you are talking about heroes and the positive side of your hero, but sometimes you can justify the defects of your hero.
Uh-huh.
You cannot banish them away or leave them away, but you can accept them because you love this person or this character. So sometimes you try to justify, you are trying to justify his defects or his faults according history, let's say, his history. You are trying to justify these defects or faults in order to make people see what you see in him. Just to try to convince people of your hero or your model that you are following.
So it's either when you make someone a hero for you, it's either you take only the positive side, or you take the whole side and justify the other part, which you don't like or people don't like generally about that person.
For me,
Interesting.
some of my interesting characters, Ernesto Che Guevara. I don't like the way Nelson Mandela did. I like the way Ernesto Che Guevara did.
Yeah, it's you're right.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
You have to fight for your you have to fight for your rights. Not exactly the same way as Ernesto did, but I can justify what he did to get his rights or to achieve his goal. But just like Nelson Mandela, that he, for me, it's my point of view, he behaved like a slave all his life just to convince the other side to accept him. But you can make people accept you by power. Sometimes. Sometimes you cannot get this power by using your mind, your thoughts, your positive outlooks towards life. Just like our Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, he sometimes, let's say, he faced the wall and tried to stand fast against these, let's say, powers around him that who stood against him, and he sometimes used power. All the rulers, let's say, long history, no one, let's say, gained the love of his people through kindness. You can find some people who are digging under him, under his feet. So sometimes he falls. So some heroes, let's say Julius Caesar, so he was kind to his people, and also he achieved victory and glory for them, for him and for his followers. So sometimes you cannot say that my model, I can accept his only the positive side of him, and it is enough for me. So the other side, you have to accept it also, and try to justify why did he do this or that or something else.
Okay, that if you want to take a person as a whole, and you have to take your hero as a whole, like with all the things that he's done.
I think the hero should not be a famous one, or should not be a public.
That's what I said. Yeah,
Maybe
at the
he's
start.
a hero for me. But
Yeah.
Nobody knows him.
Yeah.
Or sometimes, as he said, he will be very talented and he do a lot of things and do a lot of humanistic things that no one knows. So the hero in this age and in our lives now, who is doing good without taking photos for Facebook. Maybe he's the hero right now. So he's doing things without showing himself. Because everybody here or everybody in this age can be famous. It's not like the past. Everybody here, everybody in this moment can be famous. Everybody. by social media.
Yeah, but there is one thing actually about that, which is I agree with you until sometimes we as people we have the need to feel something, to have something for what we do, anything, and sometimes if you nobody sees it, whatever you do, it didn't happen.
Sometimes, right?
And sometimes I think that justifies for some people when they take photos because they want to show that they're doing, yeah. Like I can imagine if I'm doing something good, for example, for 10, 20 years, and nobody knows about it, and then I'm bored about how people are looking at me and as if I'm not doing anything enough, like for everyone, or and then you just like, okay, maybe I should take photos. Like next time, maybe I will feel some compliment about it, or I feel something good because of it. But yeah, but it's sometimes I'm saying like it depends what is the person saying, doing, or who is that person.
Right. And sometimes according to the reward system inside you, you are yourself. Sometimes you feel enough. But
Exactly.
you should not have to be enough from others. You should be enough from yourself. And this is the real happiness. But really, we are not aware of this. Because you should be enough to yourself, not to everybody. So you should like yourself as it is. And if you do anything, even in Islam rules, it's go to Allah. It's not go to everybody. It's fair to Allah. Allah will reward you, not the people. So if we have this perspective, so we should feel enough. Okay, it's an ideal, but this is what we should.
Yeah, I'm
It's
saying,
an idea.
yeah, as a basic human need, like you always, even if you feel good about something that you've done, you want other people to know about it. Like for example, if you give some relative of yours who's a child something, and you see them so happy, you will go tell your mom that you did that because you want to brag about it. You want to make people happy for you also somehow. Like sometimes because you feel that need always. I think like it's a basic human need, like for all of us. Maybe not for all of us. Maybe some of you don't feel that, but it's my opinion.
I think the hero sometimes need compliment from people. It's positive thing to him to encourage him.
To continue.
Yeah, so it's okay if he take a picture, go on Facebook and be famous. It's okay. He need compliment from people to be continued. And about hero in general, we also everybody have wisdom side or wisdom insight, wisdom man or something. This is our hero. If you make it bigger by learning more and something, this is our hero. The spirit from God. Like that. In general, because we are all human. If you try to get a truth and tired for it, our God, it will open many doors to you. So you are here now.
For
Sometimes
yourself.
like this.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Another
think
point,
yes,
yeah.
I think compliment is very important for,
Yeah.
for the people who are doing. Just as Mr. Muhammad said, that in order to push him to do more and to get the best of him, sometimes little children, when you compliment them, they, even if they did wrong, you accept it from them. You are great. It's a good job. But do not do this and this next time. So they feel they have fed their ego from inside. So it's a good side for the hero and to go on doing good things and just to serve people or to do whatever he does.
Mm-hmm.
I think sometimes you hear about people here and here. Maybe he is not need to be famous, or is not pushing himself to be famous one or a famous personality. But you feel that he is doing something very good, and sometimes you push him to why you don't spread this, why you don't present this at YouTube, why you don't do video for this, why you don't. Sometimes they are satisfied by own.
Yeah.
They are satisfied. They are satisfied by their love that they give to their around of them, their neighbors, their relatives. Sometimes they are satisfied. So sometimes you find people who is not famous, but he's doing things more than famous one. This is my point of view. So sometimes the hero can be a person who you don't know. And he is a hero in his job or in his street or in his world,
His career.
his career. Yeah, sometimes. So I think as a hero, should be just a famous one. This is my
All of us need to be famous. All of us. If I'm famous,
This is cocky.
huh?
You are cocky. You are not famous now.
No, I am somehow to some extent.
What's the gap is how to market yourself.
How?
Exactly.
How
Yes,
good
exactly.
you are doing.
Exactly. But why I'm not taking a photo or picture for
I don't
for
mind if you
things
take a photo,
for
but-
things if I do good, if I do
I
good
take
to
photos.
people. Okay, yes,
I
but
don't mind.
but sometimes some people, I think, who do not accept this idea, who are pushing you down, the people who are pushing you down, or the other bad side of people, who are saying, look at him, he is showing off. Do not, let's say, criticize me. Just try to do what I did. I'm encouraging you. So I'm feeling happy at this moment. From my inside, from my kindness inside, I want to share it with you, or I want you to share with me this my joyful moment. So that's why I'm taking this photo when I'm happy. So try to, let's say, to exchange the feeling with me, not criticizing that I'm showing off. But if a minister or a prime minister gives the poor some money and he takes photos, I'm criticizing this person according to what he represents. But an ordinary human being, so all of us want to be famous for some extent, but sometimes we fail because we cannot market ourselves in the things that we are doing.
Okay, but I think that some people who do not take photos and he doing something very good. I'm not criticizing who take photos.
Yes,
But
yes.
there is another one who is never mind about social media or about what he is doing. And I know some of these persons in real life. Yeah, they do a lot of good things and they have a good mentality and they have a good thoughts. But they didn't show it. Just they show it by their way, not just for social media. I do not criticize those, but there is another person who is not famous. ما بعرف ايش اسمهم مضروبين يعني. Nobody knows.
Yeah.
Okay. This is my way.
Yeah.
So, go ahead.
You know, I will talk about this subject from another side. Like, especially in the Middle East and our society, we look to the people, to the famous people in the wrong way. Because everyone in the Middle East can be famous from anything bad. Like we find many famous people do a thing bad and become famous. So in the West or in another country, there you can find little famosity in these countries, like everyone can be famous, and this is the famous work is not something important. Like I can be famous when I work with the narcos, when I work to the drugs, I'm famous. Okay, but this is the bad side for famous. Okay,
Yeah.
so I think the West learn something, some lesson in is everyone can be famous, but not everyone. I can tell him that this is you are the famous one. So everything. I think in our society we look and we should look to the subject in a different way, because I can say the artists like all the Arab artists. I can't tell them this is your famous and you are good.
Okay, but one thing, Asham, you came here late, and we are speaking about heroes, not famous, and which we were just discussing whether heroes should do things to make themselves famous for what they're doing, not about famous people. I think like in the last 10 minutes we've got that mixed up. It was the other way around, or about famous people who want to look like heroes, but it's the other way around. We were starting about heroes who want to do, like some of them want to be famous, like to be seen and to feel some reward, and some of them don't want to. Like actually it depends on the person. Like some people they just feel enough like from the happiness they get inside, and that's it for them. But some people need that, like maybe they don't know that they need it, that support from people. Like they're doing something good and everybody sees it, and then they continue to do it because like we have this reward system that we have in our heads, that you get a good feeling when you do something good, and when some compliments you get from other people, and that's what does actually the like button on social networks.
Yes.
When you get many likes, you're happy. You don't know why. You're just like, okay, I'm famous. Like if you do a comment and you have 100 likes on that, you're happy the whole day. You're just like, I'm the most famous man now, like for today. So maybe people who are doing good things, sometimes they need that, and maybe they need it and they don't know. Like, that's
we are not thinking to be that hero, rather than talking about heroes. So try to find in yourself what makes you a hero, even if you are not famous or well known to others. Just like Shayma said, that a hero shouldn't be all the time, let's say, a figure or public figure, or maybe it can be my friend or my father who is my hero.
in a small circle.
Exactly. So try to be yourself as a hero. Not exactly to read about heroes and what they did. Okay, it's a good idea to read, to enrich your, let's say, knowledge. Okay, but what I'm thinking about is trying to be a hero for some people. Even though, let's say, since I'm a teacher, I'm trying to be a model. So some students sometimes are following me. So this is the point, or this is the critical point of being a teacher or anything or any job else. So from my perspective, from my point of view, I'm trying to be a hero, not modeling a hero. So I, let's say, I moved and I passed this step.
What is what?
What is your hero?
Who is my hero?
Who's your hero?
I didn't think about it actually. I was just preparing the topic and listening to you now, guys, and I'm now thinking like, who is my hero? Like, it can be actually many people for me in different spheres of life. Like, sometimes, like, at work, there are people who I count as heroes of what they do, because how they do their work, how they separate their life from their work, and how they do everything perfect, and they try to do the best always in work. And in private matters, there are other people who I count also as heroes, but it's not that those first people. It's a different set of people who I each look at each one of them, and I'm thinking, yeah, like that person is doing really good. That's a hero in this. But I don't think that I can have only one hero, or like even 2 or 5 heroes for myself. I need many heroes, because, as we said before, you just like pick one side which you like about a person, and that makes him a hero in that side. You ignore the other sides, and that's the hero in this sphere. But in that sphere, you need another one, so you can, so you have someone to look up to when you're there. So I don't know. For me, it's like I should have people in everywhere to look up to.
Every direction.
Yeah.
Every direction.
You wanted to say something for a long
I
time.
can be a hero in 5 minutes.
In 5 minutes,
Yeah. Give
you
flower
have
for
Superman shirt under
no,
your.
flower for each girl in the university.
Ah, that makes you a hero, actually.
Today I heard the story or an incident happened with one of my last year students. He's now studying medicine at the Balqa University. So sometimes he I knew him just like what I knew of him last year. When some students do not understand something in physics and mathematics, he tries to explain to them. Just like when you pray for alone, and people are following you, you find that you are leading too many people. So today he was lecturing about 60 students before the professor comes.
Wow.
Yes, early. So he's first year,
Wow.
and they
That's
are
impressive.
third or fourth or fifth from different majors. And the security told him that to stop, and it is not your business, and you have to go out.
Well, of course, yeah. Because
Some students went to the dean of the college and told him this way what happened, and he guaranteed, and he, let's say, said that is a good job. If a doctor doesn't have this amount and you have, just do it and go on. So now he is lecturing a first year student, lecturing 60 students in his, let's say, first semester, not first year.
wow.
So it's a good, let's say, a good model. So I think there's difference between a model and a hero. The hero, sometimes you are trying to be like, but a model, sometimes you are doing or copying some of his work, not. So you are, both of them, you are connected with him emotionally, but the hero, much more. So I think the hero, you hear when you say that this one is my hero, that means you would like to be just like him. But a model, I like to do what he did for certain works or certain deeds or certain things that he did, not all of what he is doing. So this is from my point of view, I think.
Okay. Yes.
I think the definition of hero is different from person to person. Okay, for me, I can tell this man is hero if he work on the red line, like, or if he work in the hard position, like a doctor in the war or a photography in the war, and they make something impossible. So this is, for me, this is, I can tell him you are a hero. For 1 year, when I visit my country, I went to do some research to the refugees camp. So I traveling about 4 hours to when I arrived to the refugee camp. So my mission was to take some pictures and write some report to the organization. So I see many heroes, from refugees, from doctors, from soldier. This is hero, but he don't tell to the people I am hero, come to see what I am doing in this place. So my opinion is the definition of hero is different between person to person.
You are a hero. You take pictures for them in a war in Syria, right?
لا in Iraq.
Iraq. Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
But I can't tell to myself I'm hero because just I take a picture.
But you travel there, an unsecure position.
Yes, it's sure. But you can find soldiers cut his finger or cut his legs, and he defends and the people, and he killed many mothers. He can't find any one of the children. This is, I can tell you.
Musa? Or Baghdad?
And Musa, yes. So for me, it's the different
Definitions.
definitions of hero different between person to person.
Exactly.
I think if we see this subject as a summary for me, if we see this subject by analytic view about التحليلية, we can find just values, many values. There is no hero. There's values. If we, as I told you before, يعني try to get these values and tired for it.
And
So-
he is implementing this part. He is implementing it.
Implementing.
It's
Apply.
Applied. He is
Yeah.
applied. Topical value. He is applied.
Yeah.
Sometimes he applied skill. As I said, maybe for me, my one of role models was my manager, and she has a very good skills in managing things. So sometimes she has a good values, okay, but sometimes she has a rare skill. I find in, especially really when you see a leader, she's female. Sometimes her emotions is go within her work, and this make a conflict. But when I said this, when I saw this person, and she was separating from emotions and from work, and she can do things very great.
And some
So
women
she has-
can.
Yeah,
Some
yeah.
Women can.
Okay, I'm a female, and I like.
It's not good for you.
Yeah, I like the female to speak word, but I don't like my manager to be a female. For me, maybe I will be a manager one day. And
My manager is female, by the way.
But really, okay,
She's good.
okay. There is some person who is
For example.
okay, but she needs skills. Okay.
Yeah, of course.
So I like her skills sometimes. Okay, she has a value. Everybody has a value, but sometimes he doesn't have the skills to do it,
To apply it.
to apply it. Yeah. Sometimes we have many values.
What if
This
I-
is controversial. I think it is controversial.
Mm-hmm.
Not, يعني, if this person is successful or that is successful. So it is not all the time if he is a female leader or a male leader. It depends. We have male leaders and they are catastrophes.
Yeah, it can be. Sorry, Mazen, would you like to say anything? You never got the chance.
Okay, I think that I need to hear you once to learn.
So you're here to listen.
But also,
Are you or?
Okay.
I'm sorry.
yeah. Really, the first time I want to speak English.
Ah,
But I think that hero for me is the person who fights for his principles, as Muhammad. And some people have heroes or heroes for each side, as economy hero and fight hero,
exactly.
like this.
Well, that was my opinion.
Yeah.
There's a lot of fields in your life, so you can choose one hero, separated hero on one field, and other hero on other field, and you can take his thoughts and ideas to employ it in this field, not in this field.
Exactly. Yeah.
I think.
Your turn.
I speak.
After you.
I speaking a lot. Spoke a lot.
Persons who can get my attention that are political leaders. Okay. Like Mahathir Mohamad, Vice President of Niger for sometimes for a period of about 30 years. Yeah. He enforced the belonging for his citizens, okay, for the citizens of Malaysia, and he was a great leader, and
He had a vision.
he could manage the country by enforce the values and principles of citizens, and he got what he wanted.
He was medical doctor.
Okay.
He do a lot.
I have an idea. We now don't have much time left, so we do an activity also in the topic, which includes talking, and we finish with that with more moving and instead of just waiting for your turn. Some of us just sitting down and they're relaxed, too much relaxed. I want everyone to be with power. Okay, so you're still with us? Okay, so the idea is we will have 3 groups of us. Each group will contain 3 people, except one group will have 2 people. Okay, and each group will be sitting together, and they will be, well, next I will tell you what we will do. Okay, I can help the group with 2 people. So just remember your number and get together, everyone with the same number. So you're number 1, number 2, number 3, number 1, number 2, number 3, and 1 and 2. Okay? So you are 1, you, Khalid, and Muhammad, right? You are 1, right? So you guys sit together, and the 2s sit together, and the 3s sit together.
Threes, where are the threes?
Yeah. Find
Threes.
number 3.
خلاص اوكي. انت وحد تعالوا مكاني.
Okay, so you are 1, 1, and is he 1? No. Who's 1 also? Okay, so you are number 2. Okay.
Who's one?
Okay, so you're number 1 and they're number 3. 2 of you, right?
Yes.
Okay, I think it's fair to have only two people. Like one of you is English teacher, so you won't have troubles of being only two people, which is good. Okay, so our next task is including less of thinking seriously and more the fun part we will do. So each group will be introducing to everyone else after 10 minutes not a hero but a superhero, but a local superhero from Jordan, from Amman. Which superhero do we need here? What do you think how he's or she's called? Do they have superpowers? What are they? What are their powers? What do they do in general? And maybe you can do a backstory, you know, like what is the story? How did this person become a hero? Like, for example, like Superman came from space, right? That's the story of him. Like, some backstory.
Superheroes are also came from space.
Yeah.
Jordan, really, yes.
Yeah. So that's what will make it fun because it's a superhero here.
He's
So,
a
yeah.
fiction. He's
So-
a fiction, right?
A fiction, yeah. You have to make that up, yeah. And try to make it fun, not serious, okay? So that we can relax before we end this. Okay? So we start now. After 10 minutes, we start telling each other about our heroes.
Our chosen one. Who's our chosen one? Maybe,
I just came up with one.
maybe
Really, he needs
yeah, he's
Oh, we have many heroes we can have here. Actually,
he's a good,
I must come up with one more because I have two in my head,
you know,
and I have to give everyone if I'm giving
can,
one.
yeah, he's actual, but he can
Let's say a hero exists.
No,
We wish
fiction.
to exist.
You wish to exist. It can be funny. It shouldn't be serious. It can be something funny. For example, you can make it the Wastaman, okay? Who finds you when you're standing in a long line and he's telling you, oh, your cousin Ahmed knows that guy's brother. So you call him, tell him to call that guy and you can just get there. So you call this superhero when you're like in trouble.
شكل الكول جمال انسان حلو بيعرف يفكر عشان هيك صار هيرو
ايش الفكره هاي؟
هذا القصد
I didn't hear from the start.
شخصية خيالية شكل الرسول المجلات تعامل كذا اسلوبه هيك بالحياة
And what powers? What does he do? Like, for example, with Spider-Man shoots spider webs and he climbs, and like something. What does this superhero, Jordanian superhero, what can he do? Like maybe he shoots jamid from his hand and he gives everyone food, and he's just like throwing snowball when he's like flying. You know, just something that we need here. Yeah, giving people.
you are hungry, I think.
Yeah.
Okay,
طلع البستر قبل يوزر طلع الشجرة
you can start.
Poor people.
What's in your mind? Like a Facebook, what's in your mind? Yeah, good.
Wake up, wake up.
Yeah, it's good way.
Maybe you are in
to be very strong
like gallery.
that's a character form and balance behavior of the people
General order.
no he can make the Jordan people smile because they're كشرة
There's this like smile.
Application name.
no smile from their heart from their face but there are the people كشرة
Application and
Nobody can judge you about
كشرة
no
within a few minutes
your thought inside.
yeah
Just your God know what's your inside. We are ready.
You have to show us your smile.
You're ready already? With the backstory and the powers and what does...
Now,
Wow. Okay, since you're ready, I suggest that you try to add something because we just started and they're just getting started, so you finished too early for them. Come on, did you pick what's your hero? You picked? Okay.
we get it.
You picked one, right? You know.
We get the action.
Okay, so everyone is working fast.
Okay.
They are already on the second paper.
Yeah.
We can have really many heroes. Like we can have a hero who solves traffic. When you call him, there is traffic. Okay, sorry, I didn't know. Okay, that one is taken. Okay, I just made that up. I didn't know. Sorry.
Since we finished first, we shall start first.
Okay.
The mall, maybe, like this.
حاجزين دورة قاعدين بأول الباص.
Maybe.
أبدا أبدا.
Is the place. Gas station. No, I think the Pin Man.
Wow, you have quite progress there. Interesting.
Sensor.
I just read your mind this time.
Can change every year. Your dinar, maybe the power of dinar this year, not the power in the next year. So,
انا الفيكشن ما بحبوش
So you're done?
almost.
Almost. Okay. You're done, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
Maybe.
So help them. Huh? Okay.
Price sometimes.
هو بكفي زيت
وردة تمشي على الأرض.
حديقة بس
يمكن نص الجروب صار
انا والله صدق
Appreciate.
يقدر سعر معين.
Estimate.
Estimate. You can estimate value of dinar.
هذا النفق بنسميه ستيمون
If he didn't like the price, you can estimate the value of dinar and yeah, and depends about the power of dinar. You can put the price. Second description about this
ما كان في محل ولا
ممكن قلم؟
لا مش
مش ممكن؟
نشتري هو بس عشان
وعشان لو لا لم
احسن
اسمع مدام صلبة مستشفى لصلخ
لا مش من
مستشفى الاسرار؟ ما في مستشفى
ما في شيء على نفسي
اسمه هو في شيء
والله اللي كنت يسمع صراحة الحمد لله
Okay, hurry up. Everyone is ready. Waiting. So how have you been? Were you coming these past weeks here?
Yes.
Ah, I wasn't here that so I don't know. I remember you didn't come before for a long
I
time.
come only the past week.
Ah, only last week. You were out of Jordan, right?
Yes, I was in Turkey.
Ah, interesting. It's amazing there now, I guess.
It's amazing. I
Work?
think if I live here, I will live here.
In Turkey. It's really interesting place. I like it, especially Istanbul.
I don't visit
love it.
Istanbul much. I was in Paris and Izmir.
I love most Istanbul because it looks like Arabic culture, but it's clean like Europe. it's like the dream of how a man should look like. Like it can be like that if you work in it. That's why I like it. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry.
How your community arose?
Um,
How your community arose?
my community.
Your community, especially this session.
Uh-huh. How old is this? Like out and about? 7 years. Yeah. With many things like you can later check on like on your badge there is the page and the group. You can check there all the events, all the activities, and there is a group on a group like for many discussions and stuff. So it's really interesting. Many people they're doing a really great job. The people here with many events and trips and interesting things. They just came back from Egypt.
And people come here weekly from 7 years to
No, the circle, the English, I think it's only 2 years or 3 years. Because they started with one thing and then they add more, and now it's big program with everything. But before it was small. They started like from nothing, and then it became like this big.
people come here to achieve his language or to
This circle, we just come to speak, practice the language, to learn how not to be afraid to make mistakes. We don't correct you, you don't feel ashamed. We all do mistakes here, so it's okay. So it's just the goal to speak without being afraid to speak. So later in life, when you have to, you just go there and speak, and it can be for yourself only to just like practice the language if you're not speaking much. You don't want to lose the things that you know.
and who is Diana? Diana Kushna?
That's her right there.
She's right. This paper.
Yeah. Okay, so after the session, I can explain a lot for you, or you can ask the. Well, now I want to rush Muhammad. Muhammad, you're done?
Yeah.
Okay, finally, everyone is done. So, we start with who's first in the bus.
So it's a joke itself. Yesterday, last night, a spaceship came to the Earth. Suddenly we were walking or having a look around near Majdi Mall. Yes. They were asking why this gap between this side of the street and the other side.
Okay.
So they were inquiring, asking. They wanted to know why this happens here. We do not see this on our planet. So we told them that and on our planet you can imagine, you can think of the unknown to happen on Earth. Just like the Amman Metro, we still listening and hearing about it, and because he is so fast we cannot see it.
Somebody died before.
So they tried to arrive. They tried to take the way to the municipality of Amman to get the plans to make it there on their planet.
Wow.
You don't remember that somebody died?
No. Nobody died because we're still alive.
No, that's true. There's somebody tried to cross the street, and the bus stopped. Accident with him.
But they said after we do it there on our planet, we will send you photos.
And you're still waiting, right?
Yes, we are.
They learned too much from here. That's
it. So our hero was the metro, or is the metro of Amman Metro.
Who wants to go next? You or you? Which group?
Maybe me.
Okay.
Maybe our-
Okay, man.
Your group is like really like we're going. We don't know what you're talking about.
No, our hero is a pencil man, not pen man. Pencil because its head has a eraser, and he can write.
Mhm.
He can erase and write. So our hero come from Logic Planet to our country, and he come from space, and he estimates the value of coins, and it doesn't make sense. The price is so high comparing with the value of
Surface.
dinar, maybe. And he go to the main bank, I don't know, and or go to the mall or the market and erase all the price who not make sense with the value of dinar, and write the price like this: 10 GD just should to be 2 GD, because the value of dinar it's not good. So why like
That's
this?
a real superhero.
Yeah, and our salary it's same.
Can he erase the salary and write something more?
Prizes.
Can he erase the salary number and put more the salary in the bank? Yeah.
No,
Ah.
this man, this our hero.
Yeah.
No, it's come from Logic Planet. So it's not make sense to do this. So I think this is our problem now. This is our problem. This is our hero. Maybe he can fix it. I hope.
Wow. Really amazing. Really, the real
It's
superhero.
his idea to raise the price.
Erase the wow.
And I'm the predictor. I continue all the story.
Oh, really good job.
Can I
Amazing.
have look at say something? The idea of space or spaceships or heroes that came to our minds at the same time or the same way. It came from our deep inside that there is no hero where we live.
Yeah. From our
So
needs.
no
For
one
us,
can
our hero from
solve
Jordan.
our problems unless we do it by our hands. So we are waiting for imaginary hero to do the
Solve our
things
problems.
that we are supposed to do.
It's our problem.
So,
It's a role of
so
game.
we
Funny.
This comic
so okay, but you can take some ideas from comics. The comics sometimes are not. You can take them seriously sometimes.
Yeah.
Just to shed light on some points that connect people together, to connect their thoughts. So this is what caught my attention, that they picked their hero from space, just like us, so just to make fun
Yeah, yeah.
of our local problems. But unfortunately, these problems are ours.
Yeah.
So we are feeling that we are disabled. That's why we are searching or looking for what do we call them? Savior.
Yeah,
A
unfortunately.
savior. We are waiting for a savior.
Unfortunately,
Yeah.
this idea, learning
Just,
to
just
children.
like if you heard about Waiting for Godot.
Yeah.
It is a play.
Okay, but I'm sorry to interrupt,
Yes.
but I think we start with them, like they finish the stories,
yes.
then we
Okay,
can
okay.
discuss a little more.
Okay.
Because like then we finish officially, and we can, if you want to sit more, we can.
Okay.
Okay, so
Okay.
who's the?
Our hero is not from space. He is from Jordan here, because we have financial problems. So we need someone to solve this problem immediately. Okay, so our hero is ATM man.
Aha.
ATM.
So you want the whole space?
When you are with your wife
one
and
inside my shop, please.
when you are with your wife in a shop, or with your girlfriend in a cafe, or other places, maybe you need
Visa
money,
card.
you need more money.
You are the ATM
So
man.
you, yes. So you need someone to solve this problem. Just you can make an application on your phone and enter some button to call this man. This ATM man. He will be with you within 10 minutes or less. And
He's like a kitty.
he will give you all money you need. Just this is our hero.
Wow.
I need one inside my shop, please. One inside my house. One beside me all the time.
Okay, everyone, you can
He has come from space, not from here.
now we're
This
having-
person has come from space,
You know, if
not.
even if when you came from Jordan, the
Okay.
problem for the ATM, the tax and the interest will come for you. After the end of the month, you will pay triple what you take.
Yes.
It can be. Okay, I think now we're finished with our session for today, officially, and I'm shutting down the video. And thank you all for coming. I hope you had fun.